Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing get ready with me and kind of chit chat, basically updating you on my life and some news that recently happened and things like that. So if you like videos like this, then please stay tuned. I really appreciate you being here. But before I continue with today's video, I would like to introduce you the sponsor for today's video. It's the brand Dossier perfumes. As you guys know, I work with this brand for a while and I absolutely adore it. I love what their brand stands for. I love the fact that their fragrances are very high quality and they have very affordable prices. Their fragrances are crafted in France and anyone basically can afford them. Their prices range from $29 to $49. They constantly run different promotions, so you are able to get really good deals throughout the year. So I received their package and it looks like this. This is a small box with perfume inside, and when you open it, you get this little message from the brand, and you also get a card that tells you more about the particular fragrance. This one is Gourmet White Flowers. This is one of my favorite, and I actually stocked up on quite a few of them. So I love to use this fragrance for myself, and I also love to gift this fragrance, and everyone that I gift this fragrance to absolutely love it. So top notes are bergamot, green tea, freesia, and berries. This is how the bottle looks like when you open it, and it's recyclable glass. The only plastic that they use is inside this cap right here, and I absolutely love this fine mist that comes out of here. And as I already mentioned, I love this fragrance. So with affordable prices, you get very hefty 50 milliliters of perfume that would run you a big dollar if you purchased it somewhere in Ulta or Sephora. I love Dossier perfumes, and I really hope that you guys are going to give them a chance and try their products. I'm going to post the links down below. Please check them out. And now back to the video. You can probably hear my kids in the background. Today is actually middle of the week, but Caro is not in school because we have a orthopedic appointment later on today, and we actually took Xavier to school together with Cairo. So me and Cairo right after school went to a hospital and took some x-rays of his legs, because as you guys know, he has bow legs and eventually he will have to have a surgery. Orthopedic doctor is currently waiting on that, so we'll see what they're going to tell us after today's appointment. What they're going to do with his bowed legs, I know a lot of you guys are interested and asked about this. They're going to put the special plate on the sides of his knees that are basically going to be connected with like a screws to his bone, and it's called a guided growth surgery. So they put the plates on the both of his knees, and basically when his legs grow, they're going to straighten naturally, hopefully. But it's suggested not to do this kind of surgery too early, so currently the doctor is waiting. But we recently switched the doctor. We had a doctor that's in Los Angeles, and it was a little bit of a drive for us. Now we switched to someone a little bit more local to us, so it's going to be our first time seeing this doctor. I'm really hoping that we're going to like have a good vibes from this doctor, because it's like you never know. Some doctors you just don't vibe with, you know what I'm saying. And it's important to find a doctor that you would be like on the same page with. So yeah, the doctor in Los Angeles had experience working with like one little person, and it made me feel a little bit more comfortable, because having dwarfism, it affects certain things a little bit differently. Like some people might have different reactions to very similar surgeries just because of their dwarfism. So I thought that I'm gonna feel more comfortable with this kind of doctor, but at this point it feels like just the fact that he has one patient with dwarfism doesn't really make a whole lot of difference for us, because first of all, most little people have different diagnoses than me and Cairo. Most little people have diagnosis of achondroplasia, and we have pseudoachondroplasia, which is very, very different. So unless I find a doctor that's experienced with our type of dwarfism, I don't know, I just feel like we might just go ahead and go to a regular orthopedic, and hopefully one day we'll go to like a little people convention that has very like specialized doctors that visiting this convention and have a meeting with that specific doctor. But for right now, we're just going to regular orthopedic to check his annual x-rays and see if his bowing progresses or not. I'm a little bit like all over the place because I don't have a dedicated place for doing my makeup, so I'm doing it on the bed as always. So yeah, Xavier's in school right now. Cairo hopefully is ready to go pretty soon with me, and my mom was hanging out with Aurora, so I have a little bit of quiet time to chit chat with you. So there are a few things I wanted to share with you. So first of all, Cairo just got diagnosed with autism as well, on top of his ADHD, and they said that ADHD is the primary diagnosis and autism is his secondary diagnosis, which is a little bit unusual because autism usually is primary, but his ADHD is so obvious that this is his primary diagnosis. They increased, as you guys know, he has IEP in school, and they increased his minutes to like 300 minutes in small groups. They don't have individual classes for him, in small groups. And so far, I do not know if it's working or not. I went ahead and I went to like special, like a teacher store. It's called Lakeshore Learning, and I got a bunch of different games for him. So throughout the past few weeks, I've been doing homework with him using different games instead of like just writing and textbooks and things like that. I try to learn with him through the games, but I'm just not quite sure that it's working as well as I hope, because even with the games, it is super hard to get his attention and hold his attention. Like, his attention span is super quick, and a lot of times he's just lazy to do it. Like, you feel like he would have a chance to do something correctly if he would just try, but he just doesn't even want to try. So I'm really struggling with it, and I wanted to ask you guys. So Cairo's autism is level 1, which is the milder form of it, and basically he's a high functioning autistic child, as turns out, but his social emotional skills are basically affected. Like, he's not very good with like socializing with someone. He's a little bit awkward and things like that. And also we need to do like a speech therapy for him and occupational therapy. They're going to start ABA therapy that's going to help him to basically navigate through life and learn some like skills that he needs, like as far as, you know, basically using, you know, brushing teeth without having to remind him like 20 times, and being able to sleep for the night, and hopefully basically manage his life a little bit better. We'll see. I'm not exactly aware of how this works. We are doing the assessments currently, but what I wanted to ask you about is, should we consider homeschooling him or not? And I'm struggling making this decision because, first of all, I worry about Xavier like being jealous. Even today when I was dropping off him in school, and Cairo misses school quite a bit, Xavier is wondering why he has to go to school. Xavier is so much better at school. Like, he has friends and he's just happy to go to school and see his friends. Cairo is usually miserable there. So and although I feel like he needs to socialize, I feel like I'm like torturing him. I remember when I was a child and I did go to 3 different schools, and one of them was, I don't know, I was never really a social person. Like, I was very introverted, and I remember from my second school, it was a specialty school for kids with disabilities, where you live throughout the week and you only go home for like a weekend, like in the middle, like an afternoon of Saturday, and you come back Monday morning. And I remember I hated it. Like, I hated the fact that I have to stay there. I hated, I'm sorry, like, not all of them, but some of my classmates were not nice, and just the whole thing, I just did not like not being able, you know, it's like a very strict environment. You have to follow schedule all day, every day. So I feel like I'm torturing my kid, doing the same thing to him. Like, he just miserable. And you know what makes me really sad? Like, yesterday we went to the birthday party to the bowling alley of one of their classmates, and that classmate that had birthday, Cairo was not bowling, but he was sitting on the floor holding the ball. He wanted a specific blue ball, and I got him that light blue ball. He was just holding it and spinning around playing by himself, and that classmate took it away from him. And I want to cry because I need to go to the appointment, but he took it away from him because he was saying that, you know, this, he was not mean. He was saying that the ball is too heavy and it's like it's for older kids and stuff. So he took it away from him, and Karen started crying, and I picked him up and I carried him away, and I was explaining him what that boy was trying to say, but I feel like he was just so, like, he, just the fact that somebody like takes something from him, it's like very, I guess it's like a very common what happens in school to him, because he told me a lot of times that certain kids take something from him, and like when I pick him up from school, he's like, no, I didn't have a good day, they took something from me, or they were not nice, and that happens a lot. So I'm considering to homeschool him. I worry that I don't want to cry, and I'm already crying. Sheesh, I need to leave in like 13 minutes and I'm crying. Okay. So I worry that I will not be able to be a proper teacher for him, because English is my second language and I'm not the best at explaining certain things. Math, like I can do it no problem, but teach someone, explain why this and that and this, or why combination of these letters makes this sound and stuff like that, I just worry that I'm not gonna be able to do. And my kids have a teacher, and she's a little busy and she's not able to do tutoring for us. I just asked another teacher if they would be able to help with tutoring, but I just worry that I won't be able to find the right curriculum for Cairo and teach him proper way, because his ADHD is so strong, guys. Even with like medication, it's really hard to get him participate, and like he doesn't memorize at all. It's hard. Like, we're working on letters, guys, like the beginning, the letters. Every single day I teach him letters and numbers, and I do not see progress of him memorizing it. Like, I don't see much progress at all. So it makes me really worried. But anyway, I wanted to ask you guys, let me know what you think. How, if you homeschool your kids and if they're special needs, or like, how do you find curriculum, and how do you provide certain structure within home to do so? So this is mainly you know, video about this. Alright, now I like completely ruined my makeup, but it's okay. Another thing, so Preston's mom recently passed away. That's like the bad news that we recently got, which is very, very sad, because it's, you know, it's like a matriarch of their family. That's who like everything you know, started with, and she raised a lot of his siblings and like nephews and, you know, nieces and stuff. So that's a very big deal. And Preston visited Mississippi and stayed there for quite a while, for, you know, to say goodbyes to her. He was lucky to be able to say goodbye to her, and for funeral and things like that. But it's just been me and my mom taking care of the kids for the past like week and a half. So it's been a little bit of difficult time. Maybe that's why I'm a little emotional, because it was not easy. So yeah, this video is going to end now until I completely like break down. So I'm gonna get Cairo ready so we can leave, and I will update you on any other news that I'm going to have in the future. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Please comment down below. I really appreciate your comments. I don't have time to respond to most of them, but I really appreciate it, and I love when you're sharing your experiences, because I feel like there is nothing more important than that, like, social circle of people who do have similar experiences, just to share their opinions. Please comment down below. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And until next time, see you guys soon. Bye.